Good time zones, good time zones. I hope you're having a wonderful Monday, a great start to your week. As always, the music currently playing is by Raelice, Raecords, Cat Records by Raelice. Just gotta plug that in right there. And before we get to the fun stuff of Stardew Valley, we have in the middle, we're going to go over the rules a little bit, but before all that, I am going to share the schedule. You sound kind of echoey. That would be why. I was on monitor and output instead of only monitor only. There we go. I should be back to normal. Apologies. I should only be echoey to myself. Fun fact for those of you that may not stream, I have it set up that I can always hear my voice in my headphones, and I accidentally had it set up that you guys could also hear my voice, so you would be hearing me through the mic and also through my desktop audio. But that has changed now. But yes, I can always hear my voice, which, fun fact, if any of you guys ever want to be streamers, it's a great way to get used to making clips of yourself and stuff like that. When I first started, I hated my voice, and I've gotten used to having to hear my voice constantly. Anyway, once again, that drive me crazy. Yeah, I mean, there's not really a delay, so like, I only turn it off when I'm in collabs. Like, if I'm playing with Channy or if I'm playing with you, if I'm playing with Kay, I will turn off the monitor and output so that I'm not also hearing myself, so that I can pay better attention to the people that I'm collabing with. But it's actually a pretty common thing for streamers. I only know a few that don't do it, and it's actually really good if you don't like your voice for you to have that so that you get used to it. I know a lot of corporate people do it. But anyway, we could have a fun little Minty Monday segment about streamers and what we do for that stuff later. So the agenda is we're going to go over the schedule, then we're going to review the rules, and then we're just going to have a fun time with Stardew Valley. And, okay, good, I did update it. I was really worried that I forgot to update that I'm doing Spiritfarer with Kay. I need to make that thumbnail. Hearing your voice played back often is one of the few ways to get used to how it sounds recorded. Yeah, exactly. So obviously today we have Minty Monday. We're going to be talking about the rules, and then we're going to be playing Stardew. Tuesday, I am unable to play at night, so we are not going to be playing Fire Emblem with Channy. Also, we've determined that because I can't play tomorrow night because I'm working, and then the following one is the 17th, which we could do, but the 24th is obviously Christmas Eve, and the 31st is obviously New Year's Eve. It didn't make sense for us to only play it once on the 17th and then not be able to play Fire Emblem Gaiden again until January. And since we've already finished Fire Emblem, the first Fire Emblem, Shadow Dragon and the Blade of Light, and we're actually going to be starting Fire Emblem 2, also known as Fire Emblem Gaiden, it just made sense for us to start a new game in the new year. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to be streaming on Tuesdays, it just means that we might be, you know, playing more Stardew Valley, or potentially doing some different things. This week, however, we will be doing Stardew Valley. And then Wednesday morning, we're gonna have Star Wars Jedi Survivor like we always do. But because I cannot do an evening stream on Friday, instead on Wednesday night, I'm gonna be playing Spiritfarer with Kay. Thursday and Sunday are always my days off. Friday morning is Okami like normal. There is not an evening stream because I have to go, well, not I have to. I am choosing to go to a holiday party, which I'm very excited for. And on Saturday, there is no stream, though there might be a Twitch subs only stream on Saturday. It'll depend on how I feel, because on Sunday I'm going to the Yuletide Ren Fair with some friends, and I don't know how early I'm gonna have to leave on Saturday in order to get to their place at a decent time, because I'm gonna be staying over their place so that it's easier to drive on Sunday morning. But I should be able to. I just didn't feel like, I don't know. I just thought like, let's just leave it blank there. Let's just leave it up in the ether. But if there is a stream on Saturday, it will be for Twitch subs only, and it'll be Stardew Valley. We'll be playing Stardew and chatting. So that's the schedule. Now I need to click that away and So you guys should know I've had the same stream rules the entire time I've been streaming, and it's been over 3 years. So hopefully if you guys have been around a while, this should be nothing new. And these are the rules on both Twitch and YouTube side of things. I've just noticed that I had to add one new rule, and I figured I would just go through the whole thing to make it easier on everyone, better explain it. And for those of you on the Twitch side of things, before you ever chat in my streams, this will pop up and you have to agree to it. So that's how it works on Twitch. On the YouTube side of things, I don't actually believe that it will pop up with saying anything to you once you go to chat, but this is in the description of every single one of my videos. Every single video on YouTube will have like a funny little blurb as the first thing, and then it will have the stream rules, and then it will have the credits for everything that I use. All of my overlays, all of my models, my music, everything I do, all the credits are there. But before the credits are the stream rules. So these are the rules that I use for streaming, and a lot of things I leave to common sense or the assumption that I'm not the first streamer you guys have ever watched. And I realize that might always be true. Something happened on something happened on Friday. It wasn't a big deal, but it was something that I felt that it was important to add to the rules, because to me, it's a common sense rule. You don't do this to streamers, but I might be someone's first streamer. And that's something that I had to realize. It's like, oh, maybe not everyone is chronically online like I am. So these are the rules for my stream. The only one of them is new, and I will point it out. It's obviously at the bottom. YouTube could really use that feature as well. Descriptions are less read than pop-ups on entering chat, unfortunately. Agreed. It is one of those things that is unfortunate about YouTube. But that's why I said it like that. It's like, it is always in the description. And like, I'm not the type of like, if anything becomes egregious, I will... What's the word? Obviously, I have moderation functions. I can time people out. I can ban them. I can I can verbally warn them and stuff like that. Like, a lot of my rules, I feel like, are very easy and simple. Like, obviously, rule number 1, this channel is labeled mature. I am not labeled for kids. If you click in, you accept there will be adult language. If y'all have been here for any amount of time, you know I say the most unhinged shit. I'm insane. There are people who aren't chronically online. Sounds fake. I guess so. And by the way, a lot of these rules, I feel like are not just like very common to not just to VTubers, but to streamers as well. Because all of these rules that I have listed are ones that I had back when I was a face cam streamer, when I did show my face. So it's pretty universal. But yeah, if you click in, you accept there will be adult language. This is my way of saying, like, only show up if you're 18 plus. I don't want to have a hard and fast rule about, like, minors do not interact and stuff like that, because I feel like that could be a bit aggressive. But it is this understanding that I'm an adult. This channel is labeled mature. It is not for kids. I am not a friendly space for children. I am not someone that you want to have on speakers in front of your elderly grandmother. You never know when I'm gonna start moaning. Am I a lewd tuber? No. Do I do sexual content? No. Do I say sexual things? Yes. Yes, I do. We could be playing the most wholesome game, and I will say the most horrendous, awful shit. It's going to happen. I never know when it's going to happen. So rule number 1 is mostly to keep other people safe. Like, you have to understand there will be adult language. It is labeled mature. I will fuck that wolf. I will be her omega. She will get me pregnant. Anyway, the second rule is another one that is like pretty common for people, is no spoilers, no backseating. If you don't know what backseating is, it's essentially when you try to tell me how to play the game. Sometimes I'm more lax about this than other times. Like whenever I play sometimes when I play Jedi Fallen Order, Kimiko Bobtail, Kitty Breeze, would come in and she would sometimes help me with little things, but never anything that was like, oh, you should be doing this to beat that guy, or oh, you should be doing that. It was always, oh, there's gonna be a chest over there. If you look over in that corner, there's a chest. Are you stuck on this puzzle? I can help. Like, she would help me with things that didn't, like, involve the plot. And if I needed help, she would help me. But that's because I have a personal relationship with Kitty. It's different if I have people in my chat just like, oh, you should be doing this. Ooh. Like, I really enjoy playing Celeste. That's normally what we play on Monday. Am I good at playing Celeste? I don't fucking know. I die a lot. And it can get really sad if I had people in my chat constantly telling me what to do or what was coming up next, or like just get good forehead and that sort of stuff. So like, this is a very common thing. If I need help, I will ask for it. And I have done that before, where it's been like, okay, I'm stuck. And if no one in chat knows the answer, then I will look it up. Because not that I enjoy the struggle, but sometimes I think it's important for me to try to find the solution. And if I can't, I'm not afraid to look it up and admit that I'm looking it up. Like, oh yeah, I'll take the L or whatever. Because like, I want the game to be enjoyable. I like puzzles. I'm glad you do. I sometimes do. I don't always. So yeah, that's what backseating is. It's literally when you're in the backseat of the car and you're trying to tell someone else how to drive. I'm the one driving. Shut the fuck up. Unless I ask for directions, shut the fuck up. You want to play the game, not let the game play you? Yeah, exactly. Like, and there are points that I've done that. Off the top of my head, I can't think of any. But I definitely know that there have been points where I've been like, guys, I need to look this up. This one, I feel like, is just any TOS, like both YouTube and Twitch TOS. But I still felt it was important to say, please be kind and respectful to one another. Our community is literally called the Cuddle Pile. We are a comfy, cozy, very cringe community. And I particularly like cater it that way. I want you guys to feel safe here. I want you guys to feel like I say the most unhinged shit. I want y'all to feel okay to say things. And just like to be nice to each other. Obviously, I'm queer, I'm trans, all that other fun stuff. I talk about having autism plenty enough times that you guys should know I'm neurospicy. Like, obviously, we don't accept any racism, bigotry, homophobia, sexism, any of that shit. Like, this is just basic courtesy. Please be kind and respectful to one another. And like, sometimes Nightbot will pop up to remind you guys about my pronouns, just in case, because I do know that I have a very high sounding voice. And thankfully, most of you guys, I don't think I've ever had any instance where when I've corrected someone on my pronouns, they've ever had an issue with it, which is great. But yeah, so that one's pretty self-explanatory. This one is a little confusing for people that might not be used to other streamers. Do not bring up unrelated parties unless I mention them first. Likewise, do not bring me up in other people's streams unless I am mentioned. This is essentially like if someone were to come into my chat and like stay for a little bit and then be like, oh, I'm leaving to go watch, like, I don't know. I talk about Niji Sanji often, and actually I'm not going to. I'm gonna plug First Stage Productions instead. If someone were to come and be like, oh, I'm leaving to go watch Nyx Voltaire, it's like, great, but like, why'd you bring up another person in my stream? Because now other people might leave too. And like, the same thing in other people's channel. Like, basically it's keep my name out of your mouth. Which sounds so aggressive, but that's essentially what this rule is. Don't bring up other people unless I bring them up, which I do. I talk about other VTubers, other streamers all the time. Actually, I should say just VTubers. I don't really talk about other streamers. I literally think I mentioned one time, someone mentioned, somebody, Angry Hero Nerd or something like that. And at the time, because like it was brought up, but in such a way that was like, it was okay, because it wasn't like, oh, this person did it this way, or, oh, I'm gonna go see this person, so it was okay. Again, a lot of these rules are flexible. It's just like, just don't be a dick, basically. But they brought this person up, and apparently they're an IRL person, like someone that shows their face, and I was just like, oh, that's not for me. I only like my men two-dimensional. I only watch VTubers. I don't watch regular streamers. But the same thing applies. Like, if I'm playing a game and you want to be like, oh, well, Markiplier did it like this, or oh, Jacksepticeye did it like this, it's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not them. Shut the fuck up. If you're here, it's because you want to watch me play the game, or you want to watch me talk. You're not here, or at least I hope you're not here, to tell me how someone else did it, because I don't care. Meanwhile, there are games that I've played, like we played Refined Self on Saturday, and I mentioned how, oh yeah, I watched Folger play this game when it first came out, and now I'm playing it, and so at the very end of the game, when I got my personality results, I looked up his code so I could compare it. We could have talked about Folger in that moment because I had brought him up in conversation. This also applies in other people's chats. Like, obviously, when we raid into somebody, I'm just here to laugh at you. Good. I hope so. My main goal in life is to be an entertainer and make you guys happy. But yeah, likewise, don't bring me up in other people's streams unless I'm mentioned. Like, obviously, when I raid into somebody, they might bring me up, they might not. Like, I think the most recent raid we did was actually into Frederick, but literally he was asleep, and the only thing I said after I raided was, shh, don't wake the boy. But like we raided into, like, I've been getting better at raiding into like quote unquote bigger streamers. And I say quote unquote because like, I'm trying to get better at the fact that we're all just giant fucking nerds. And I'm putting both Penumbral and Merryweather in the same category as bigger, even though Mary is much bigger than Penumbral, but Penumbral is much bigger than me. So I raided into both of them recently, and when I raided into Penumbral, he was in the middle of a boss fight, and he said like, oh, thanks for the raid, I'll shout you in a second. And that was fine. I wasn't there to get a shout out. I was there because I like Penumbral and I wanted to raid into him. And Mary was the same way. Like, I was actually surprised when Mary gave me a shout out because, like, I just like Merryweather. I think he's amazing. So, like, I'm fine raiding into him. And I think it's great that I'm able to raid into him because, like, there are some bigger streamers, bigger VTubers that I follow that I wish I could raid into them. Not because I want clout or awareness or anything like that, but because I like them. So I think my community would like them. I don't want to raid you guys into people that I don't know because, God forbid, they're like, for a while I was raiding into anyone that played the same game as me just to raid, but I don't want to do that. I want to raid into people that I feel comfortable raiding into because I like them, so hopefully my community will. But anyway, the point of this is that when I raid, obviously it's okay to talk about me because I'm raiding. Like, you guys can say mint raid, we're going to get those emotes and stuff like that. Mint raid, dreamer raid, whatever you want to call it. But, like, once that's over, if you guys do decide to stay in that chat, then you have to focus on what the person is doing, not talk about me. Or, like, this doesn't, I feel like if this does really happen, or if it does, I wouldn't know because I'm not there. But, like, I talk about Kitty all the time because Kitty is my wife and I love her. But, like, let's say nightmare scenario where Kitty decides to divorce me. Don't bring me up in Kitty's chat and be like, why did you and Mint get a divorce? Like, it's none of y'all business. Don't bring me up in her chat. Unless Kitty brings me up. If Kitty wants to talk, then do it. We're not getting into divorce. I'm just trying to give you guys an example. If anything, Kitty is probably asleep right now, as she should be. If she's still awake, it's because she stayed up too late. But that's neither here nor there. That's also never been an issue I've really had. The next one is please just do not spam, no bots allowed. This is obvious. I have, like, safeguards and mod tools set up to try and prevent spamming, trying to prevent bots. Like, obviously, you guys are not allowed to post links. The reason for that is because I don't know what you guys are posting. No links? Exactly, no links. Like, I think my mods have the ability to. But, like, the regular person, no. Because, I don't know, are you trying to trick someone? Is it crypto? And it's for you guys, too. We don't want those sex bots. I'm sorry, hot singles in your area? Why do you need hot singles in your area when I'm right here, baby? The unhealthy parasociality that would be. Yeah, exactly. It's like, no. But I feel like that's pretty easy. Obviously, like, I don't mind what you guys are talking about, but it's like, don't just spam, like, hello. And I feel like you guys have gotten better at knowing this, that like if I'm not talking to you in that exact moment, it's not because I'm ignoring you, it's because I'm doing something, especially because I do a lot of visual novels, I do a lot of voice acting, I do a lot of like reading things, and if we're in an especially tense moment, I'm normally gonna try to finish the scene before I look at chat. So it's not that I'm ignoring you, it's that I'm trying to finish the scene in a nice way. No links is a good rule? Yeah, exactly. Like, for me, that's not even, like, something to put on to the rules. It's just something that's, like, known. Like, I tell people, like, if you want to share something with me, you can join the Discord. I will not accept private messages, because I used to do that, and it did not go well for me, because I don't need to be in constant contact with my community. I don't like to use the word fans or followers and stuff like that because that's not how I want this relationship to be. But at the same time, I am an entertainer. I am not your friend. And I feel like early on, that was a line that was really hard for me to differentiate for people. So if you want to show me something, if you want to send me a link, that's fine. But you have to join the Discord and you can post it in there. Also, real talk, I'm really bad at talking to people one-on-one anyway. Like, even my IRL friends, like even Shani and Ryan and Kay, who I've collabed with a lot, I don't talk to any of them one-on-one. We are all in group chats. If I'm talking one-on-one with someone, I get freaked out. Because then I get stressed because I think I have to carry the conversation. Like, I think me and Ryan have the longest running solo conversation, but it's on Instagram, and it's comprised entirely of reels about how much it sucks to be a DM, because he's our DM in D&D. He's our game master, our tabletop, our dungeon master, whatever. But we don't actually talk. We just send each other reels. But okay, on to the rule that is the reason why we're having this discussion is no trauma dumping. I'm an entertainer. Honestly, I couldn't even name names if I wanted to because this was someone that had never chatted before. He just sort of rolled up in a stream that happened recently and was talking about things that was completely unrelated to the game and had no bearing on what we were doing. And he was like asking for advice on dealing with the situation, and I didn't say anything because it's like, it's just like, no, that's not what we're here for. Though in my head, I'm like, my dude, if I had my life together, I would be a CEO of a company, not a fucking VTuber. Let's be real here. GMing can be fun, although it is nice to also be able to play. Oh yeah, 100%. I am not a GM. I like to play. Ryan is our GM, and we love him. Yes, we do. We love him. We're in a jungle. Maybe one day I'll actually get him to run a solo on stream with me and some of my friends. Who knows? Maybe one day. One day. And if you don't know what trauma dumping is, again, I'm gonna just use a vague example. This is not what the person was bringing up, but trauma dumping is essentially if you were to come into my stream and be like, oh, I was about to say my dad died. You know what? I can say that. My dad did die, and it's whatever. Where you come in and you're like, oh, my dad died and everything's miserable, and oh, I want to kill myself, and oh, and it's just like, meanwhile, I'm like playing fucking Stardew Valley. And it's like, my guy, time and place. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not any of those things. I'm just a fucking dude. I am a fucking pixel on a screen. Like, and like, even if you don't ask for advice, it's like, it's just common courtesy not to trauma dump. Unless that streamer is like that, but I'm not one of them. Like, when I say that we're a comfy, cozy community and I want you guys to feel comfortable, the idea is, and it's funny because once again with D&D, I see those memes all the time about D&D where it's like, oh, I'm off to get rid of my stress with friends and math rocks. That's what I am. I'm here to help you get rid of your stress, to ignore whatever is going on in your life, or just to be background music to help you be productive or whatever, but I'm just here to entertain. I am an entertainer. That is my purpose. Before this, I did burlesque. Before that, I did ballet. Like, yes, it was a different form of entertainment, but I have always been an entertainer, a performer. It is why I'm good at this. Regardless of, like, if people are like, oh, why do you have so few numbers? That's not what I'm here for. So long as I am entertaining to you, that's all that matters to me. I'm having a good time, so I hope you're also having a good time. And if you're not having a good time, then that sucks. I'm never going to be someone that says I'm sorry, because the way that I was raised is that saying sorry implies fault. And I am not at fault for anything that is going on with you. So, it's like, if you want to stay, stay. But don't trauma dump. I can't help you. I'm not ever going to give you advice, because the last thing I want is someone to follow my advice and then, you know, shit goes sideways. Don't talk about your trauma with random strangers on the internet. At best, you're just being rude. It can easily put you and them in danger, though. Yeah, that too. It's like, and yeah, in the situation that happened, this person who I'd never seen before isn't one of our constant chatters, isn't a dreamer, like, isn't a member of our community, but someone that is a part of our community, like, engaged with this talk, and then at one point, and, like, I was ignoring it the whole time, and then at one point, that person also said, like, oh, hey, you should read up, this person could really use some advice, and it's like, no, I'm not going to, like, and I didn't say anything. I purposely did not respond to chat until they got away from that topic, because I would have said no trauma dumping if I actually had it as a rule. Now that there's a rule there, I can tell you, like, hey, don't do that. Like, life is what it is, but this is not the time or place. And that's just what it is. And if that comes off as rude, it comes off as rude, but I am not the person, and this is not the place. Hi, Minty. Hello, Zenizo! Also, hello, Kodro. I also saw you. I also realized I made the mistake of not getting water for this stream, and now I feel like I'm gonna get 1,000,000 water redeemed, so I'm gonna have to get up and get my water soon. But let me finish the rules first. Before we start Stardew, I will go get my water, I promise. Because we're basically done. Like, that's what I mean. Like, no trauma dumping. I'm an entertainer. I also, like, one of my Oshis, one of the people that I watch, likes to say, like, I will get the water, I promise. Just as, like, I'm a fictional character. But, like, I don't say that because, like, yes, I'm a fictional character, but also I'm not a fictional character. Like, I feel like you guys understand that, like, I'm just a dude. I'm also gay. But yeah, I'm an entertainer. If you're having fun here, then that's great. But, like, we don't bring in that other shit. I'm just a whittle guy. I'm whittly. I'm whittly, just a whittle guy. And of course, the last rule, like, quote unquote rule, is have fun and thank you for dropping by. Like, the whole purpose of things is for us to have fun. I have fun streaming, which is why I do it so much and why I do it so often. And hopefully you guys are having fun with me. Water is good, important to properly lubricate your throat. Trust me, I'm aware. I just forgot it. I forgot it. Okay, I forgot it. I will go get the water right now. I promise. I'm just gonna leave the rules up here for you guys for a second, and then we're gonna switch over to Stardew Valley, and I'm gonna go get my hydration. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Oopa, oopa. Getting comfortable on my chair. Ah. There we go, I have water, because you know me. I do. I like to lubricate my throat. Lube is very important, guys. Always make sure to have your lubrication. But yeah, so now... And I did think about making like a short video about this, but at the same time it was like, one, people probably wouldn't watch it. And two, I'm gonna have to, like, there's always gonna be a new influxes of people. But again, for the most part, like, everyone's been really good. It was just that one thing that was like, I should update my rules, and I felt like I couldn't update my rules without also letting you guys know immediately, like, hey, this has been added. It only happened once, but it's one of those things where it's like, okay, everyone's on the same page now. Now then, more importantly, you guys get to see my insanity. So, here is Stardew Valley. And then it instantly crashes! One sec. Stardew Valley doesn't like something with my streaming setup. I don't know if it's OBS. I don't know if it's my model. I don't know if it's stream avatars. Oh my god, you guys are all clustered in that one little corner of the screen, except for poor Cordro. Why are y'all ignoring Cordro? That's so sad. Get good, scrub? What the fuck does that mean? Anyway, so I've shown you guys before. It was during the subs. I think it was during subs though, so I might as well just go through all of them really quickly. All of them serve a different purpose. The one we're going to be playing is definitely going to be Henrik with his 1 gold. But I will show you each of them just because the last time I did was for the Twitch subs only. So this is Golden Grove Farm. Obviously, I've put a lot of hours into this, have a lot of money. But this is my year 5. This is Hibiki, and she is my... my perfectionist. Do you not know what good is? So this is my perfectionist run, where I pretty much, yeah, like I have iridium quality everything. Then again, like I said, I've been doing this for a while. Complete mastery. Almost have all of this unlocked. I'm missing 1 book. And I've also, like, I've shipped everything. I'm missing 1 fish. I've caught all the other fish. I have all the artifacts, all the minerals. I've cooked everything. I need to craft every item, catch every fish, read every book, finish the Forest Friends, obtain the most powerful weapon, and whatever this is. I also have all of the letters. So essentially, this is my run where, like I said, complete perfection. I tried to do everything. Also, yes, I did marry Sam. But anyway, this is my attic. This is my little reading nook. This is the children's room. This is my room with Sam. We have our own little, like, cute little setup. And then these are my kids. And my cat. And my other kid. I am so happy that apparently having kids does not actually help you. Like, I looked that up recently because, honestly, like, I decided to have kids in this run just to, like, you know, just to have kids. But, apparently having kids doesn't really do much for you. Which is very useful to me. Like, once you have the full house achievement, it doesn't matter. It's like, oh, thank God. And then, obviously, down here is my intense winery. My beautiful dining room. My lovely kitchen. My lovely husband. Oh, I love him. I'm so glad that I married Sam in this run. And then our living room, that's Sam's room. And then down here is like the little sewing area. But now I'm going to drink some espresso, and you're going to see the pure insanity of this farm. This was obviously because I put in the most hours, but it's also the one that I did first, so it's not as aesthetically pleasing as some of my newer farms are, but this is still my perfectionist run. I'm still using this run to get everything so that I don't have to in other runs. But so, obviously, we have all of this going on. Here's one of my winemaking, another winemaking, another winemaking. Oh my god, lots of wine. Ooh, some caviar too. And this is the forest farm. And then obviously we have my fish smokers, my crystallums. I have my fish ponds. I didn't really use this area for anything. And then I did have this area all for farming, and then I decided it was too much work. And then here's my forest, my tree and mushroom farm. And you can tell that this was one of my early runs, because this is before I knew that if I I thought it was okay if they were diagonal to each other, they would still grow, but they don't. So whenever I finally do feel like playing Hibiki's run again, I'm literally going to have to destroy this entire forest and replant it. Which just makes me really sad to think about. Also, I got a Junimo hut because I thought it was cool. I didn't actually know what it did. So obviously it's not placed in an easy way for me to actually use it on my plants. I also do have the pressure nozzles and the filter thingy, but I didn't really optimize this well because it was my first run. But I do have some mushroom trees and mystic trees, and I still have, I make sure not to plant around the little wooden things. The hardwood that I get. This is also not optimized. I don't need that many flowers. Yeah. And then obviously my mushroom farm. And then I think in here is just, yeah, my trees, my ancient fruit, and some coffee. I for sure have a lot done on this run, but it's just not highly optimized anymore. I'm mostly keeping it just so that I can continue with doing, the perfection run, so I can do everything on this one. But because I didn't optimize it well, I don't play it very often because I would to fix how badly I optimized things, I would literally have to go in and change over everything. So that's Hibiki. Then we have Basil, who married Elliot, and his focus is on farming. Is it raining on every single one of my maps right now? Obviously, because I didn't have children, I also felt like I didn't need a really big house, so I turned the children's room into our room. This is still a nice cozy little reading nook. It also depends on who I marry. Depends on how I kind of organize the place. Obviously, it's much smaller here. Kiss my mans. The other... Oh, yeah, and this one, because I'm full in on wine, I literally filled up the entire space. Because all of this is ancient fruit wine. So, it definitely makes up for the time that it's going to take for me to force myself through everything in there. And then here's where I have more of the wine. Everything is star fruit or ancient fruit. And this was my first run where I got a dog. And yeah, because I married Elliot and he's into books, I did an entire row of little books, and I made sure that the floor matched. And yeah. You can tell the difference based on which spouse I get. Depends kind of how I decide to alter it. When marrying Sam, our house is very colorful, very bright, and with Elliot, everything is a little bit more subdued. And then for this one, I think this is the Four Corners farm. Actually, let me take some coffee first before I run. This one is still early on. I think I'm only in year 3. Yeah, year 3 spring. So I haven't done too much, but like I have all of these whatchamacallits, the lightning rods to help out. And then I actually organized better this time. So this one is only for fall fruits. And obviously I have my strawberries and my ancient fruit going right here. And since I'm still working on it, I don't think I filled this place. Oh, I did! Eventually these iridium sprinklers are going to have the pressure nozzles on them so they can reach out here. But everything down here... Oh, I wasn't able to do all of them, clearly. But everything down here is going to be ancient fruit. Like, this entire plot of land is ancient fruit, which is why you have the little symbol right there. And then if we go back up here, obviously we have and then these are like my spring crops, and again, more ancient fruit, but that's for my fall wine. More ancient fruit and coffee beans. Also, for those of you that might not know, peaches and pomegranates have the highest, like... Okay, so I do show it. Okay, so let me just... So one peach is 154. Obviously, if they're better quality, they'll, like, sell for more money. But peaches and pomegranates, unfortunately, cost $6,000 to plant, but they produce the highest quality fruit. And as you can see, I did a better job of optimizing, better job of laying everything out. Here's the special place for my mushrooms. Obviously, I need to grow more, but to make those involves fire crystals, which I don't get a lot of. And then, obviously, more mushrooms. And then in this bottom left corner is my trees. And my mushroom farm. It's the one thing that is consistent. Like, there are some things that are consistent, is that I really like my mushrooms. But yeah, I did a better of actually, like, laying some things out for just aesthetic reasons. Like, cherries, like, if you compare them to the peaches. Cherries are 88, peaches are 154. So, there you go. But I think that the cherry cheese are aesthetic, and they're pretty, especially in spring. And then I wrap this whole place around with aesthetic stuff, and once I have the money, I'm gonna put the golden clock right there. And it's just gonna look really nice and pretty. But up here we have the spring wine. I don't have a star fruit right now, apparently. Otherwise, this is the summer wine. And this is the winter wine. And then here's Elliot's little reading nook. And so I just did a better job of, like, actually planning things out and laying things down in this one. But this is my winery. This is my wine-focused farm. I keep almost going to desktop. And yeah, so Hibiki was forest, basil is four corners. And then Crystal is my co-op farm. We actually organized it a bit. Aesthetics versus economics. Yeah, basically. So, like, this one is still really early on. We only just got our scarecrow. And this is the farm that I share with Kay and Ryan. This is Ryan's house. Oh, and this might be news to Kay, but we actually finally went to, we went to Robin, so we were able to move the houses, and Ryan wanted his house near his chicken coop, so I just moved both of them, because this is Kay's house. Kay's chest is right here, because Kay wasn't around when me and Ryan were playing, so we haven't moved it up there yet. But so this is my co-op farm, so, like, we only come here when I'm actually playing with Kay. Well, at least with Ryan and sometimes Kay. But yeah, this is Ryan's chickens. And obviously there's not much going on here yet, but I will end up marrying Sebastian in this run. I don't know how we plan on laying this out, because obviously everything is very cooperative. So there really isn't too much to show you guys here yet. Yeah, that's just the one that I got going with Kay and Ryan. And then this one I decided to make. I don't even remember what happened, but I had the itch. And so I ended up naming it Themyscira Farm, and this is Vio. This was my lesbian run. I'm marrying Haley as soon as we click in. We should be having the wedding. Yes. I'm going to skip through it though, because I don't feel like playing Vio today, which is hilarious because I started the Henrik run because I knew that I couldn't do Vio's run, because if I did, then I wanted to show this on screen, but I just don't feel like playing Vio right now. I started a new farm, and I feel like playing that right now. But I will still show you around Vio, who I really like her farm. It is insane. And keep in mind, this is only year 2 fall. But like, I haven't done too much with the inside of the house yet, but I am gonna get rid of the crib because that's what this really led to, was me figuring out like, oh, it doesn't make sense to have children. And then I don't know what I'm gonna do with this room then if we're not gonna have children. But obviously we have Haley's room now, the living room. I have this fake door because I thought it looked cool. Kitchen, and I actually am not focused on wine right now. So yeah, right now we have aged cheese. Because this is kind of my farm route, because this is the beach. Like I said, I'm also still really new, so I don't have this entire place filled up yet. And then I only just got this to a big shed. Obviously, I have plans for this place. My puppy! And yeah, so I have... Oh my god, I gotta show you guys my chickens. I love them. Look at that. All of my chickens. They are all either blue or black. I love my blue and black chickens. They are so cute. Let's let them out. So we got the blue and black chickens, and then in here we have regular chickens and my bunny rabbits, but eventually I want to replace the regular chickens with dinosaurs. I just haven't gotten any dinosaur eggs yet. And then over here, this is just here mostly to prevent the chickens from getting out. I don't actually know what I'm going to use this shed for yet. But then this one is for my pigs. This entire one is filled with pigs. And like, yeah, I have a lot of grass growing on my farm. And see, this is the optimal way to have the bees. And then this is my sheep and my cows. And then I started growing up here some more trees. Eventually, I'm going to have more. I can sometimes, like, glitch myself through these. Like, I think down here you see one. Yeah, I think that's one of my spring ones. Like, I do plan on having more trees. I just haven't had that much money to do so because I'm still early on. And then, yeah, some of my trees are not growing. And, like, I've been religiously trying to make sure that nothing is around them. But so this is my other tree farm. All of these ones are oak. So I can get oak resin so I can start making more kegs. And then up here is the maple ones. And here I was planting pine just so that I can chop it down so I have more wood. But I actually have plenty of wood. And obviously still putting all of the mushroom trunks down. And this I sometimes clear out and I plant fiber seeds, which will give me obviously fiber so that I can make more grass. Because the fun part about the beach farm is that sprinklers only work on this tiny plot of land. Sprinklers will not work on grass. So this is where I have to have my sprinklers, and I buy iridium sprinklers every Friday from Krobus to put into the greenhouse. So this is definitely a work in progress. Yeah, I mostly wanted to show you guys my chickens. Like, look at them! Look at my chickens! But because I could not focus on farming for once, because that's what I normally like to do. I focus heavily on farming. But if I can't use my sprinklers, then it was like, well, I have to do something. And I figured, who knew that I had to use the beach farm in order to finally care about animals? Because as Ryan knows, I hate having to take care of animals. It is so annoying to me to have to pet them all the time. I get to ignore my crops for the most part, but I cannot ignore my animals. But yes, they are very cute. I had a lot of fun with my animals, and I can't wait. A lot of the bunnies are babies. Like, these ones are baby bunnies. I just recently got them. You could tell that they're smaller than the older bunnies. And my cute little blue chickens and my black chickens. And then if we head over here, you can see all my little piggies. And they give me truffles and bro. $12.50 a pop. I love having my pigs. My pigs are little, and look at, and they're not even done for the day. Yeah, that is unfortunate. They escaped their enclosure because they can still go around this, and I literally cannot build a fence here. So it is what it is. They sometimes get out. Oh, why are you unhappy? What the fuck are you unhappy for? What the fuck is your problem? Anyway. And yeah, like, just there, 10,000. Pigs. Chickens are much better behaved in Stardew than IRL, plus make far less mess. Oh, 100%. 100%. And yeah, I personally like my chickens, the colorful chickens, and I think the bunnies are cute. Which is why I didn't go with ducks. I don't really care for ducks. And yeah, I have a lot of sheep. If you guys know anything about me, I'm very partial to sheep. I only have 4 cows. I got 5 cows, I'm sorry. One of the cows kept having babies, and I just haven't sold it yet. But the goal is to have 4 cows, and there's a total of 6. A total of 12. And 8 sheep. So 8 sheep and 4 cows is eventually going to be the goal. But yeah, so I'm still working on this farm, but because the sprinklers don't work on the sand and the fiber doesn't need to be watered, that's why I use this plot for, and then the rest I do for that. And because I only have that little bit of space for farming, I use the other space for animals. And then up over here, I have my 4 silos, which, knowing what I know now, is actually pointless because a silo can only hold 240. So at least having 1 silo is a good idea. Silo? Having 1 silo is a good idea for when you're cutting down the grass, but considering that 1 silo can only hold like 200 and something, but a chest can hold like several bundles of 999 each, it's great that I made 4 for aesthetic, but that's literally all it is. And then over here, obviously I finished the community center and I got Leah's gift. I haven't lit the candles yet because it's not year 3, but so this is the beach farm. I thought, I knew going in that I wanted to do a lesbian run with Haley, and so like I specifically built my farm around the idea of making Haley happy because Haley likes being near the beach. Haley likes rabbits. Like, personally, I don't really care one way or another about having the rabbits, but I know that Haley likes rabbits. Even though it does nothing to change my actual relationship with her, I built it around the idea that she would be happy to see a bunch of cute little baby bunnies. So that is my beach farm with Vio. I used to have chickens IRL, and they would somehow fly up and sit on power lines. I still don't know how. Yeah, I've never had chickens, but one of my ex-boyfriends had chickens, and one of my friends had chickens. So, like, I've definitely seen it. Also, I love how it makes it look like I have so many, and, like, it's not. There's only 5. It's fine. Everything's fine. Also, if you guys want, I can show you true insanity. Actually, let's go back to VO so that I have the BGM. Oh, wait, but no, I'm gonna be in the middle of the wedding again. Whatever. That's impressive, flying for a chicken. Or wildly low power lines. And there, we have BGM for a second. I forgot that I immediately go into the wedding. I'm just trying to collect something. Yeah, that works. Okay. So, this is currently a display capture. Showing you guys, like, when I make a new Stardew Valley farm, I plan it out. So this was obviously the farm plan for Hibiki, for the forest farm. It hasn't entirely gone the way that I anticipated. I decided that I didn't need as many fish ponds as I have. Mostly because I personally find that fish ponds are actually harder to maintain than I would like. So I think right now with Hibiki, oop, I forget that my mouse does that. It's so annoying. But yeah, so there is obviously I only have like 4 fish ponds now as opposed to the many multitudes. Planning can help a lot. Planning can help a lot, and I actually really enjoy planning. So like, yeah, this is the one that I did for Hibiki. Unfortunately, once I scroll over to it, for some reason, my mouse just scrolls up. I have some weird issue going with my computer. I've had it for like at least a week now, and I've just sort of learned to live with it because I can't figure out how to change it. But yeah, you can clearly see that I've done some things like I thought I was going to on that farm. This one, actually this is my most recent one, so we're not doing that. This is the plan for my basil one with Elliot. And you can see down in the corner, because like obviously the 4 corners separates it into 4, and you can really see that the very bottom is the bottom left is for all the ancient fruit, and then my teleportation pillars, and then the bottom right is for the tree farms. And you already see that setting up really nicely, even though I'm only in year 3 spring in that one, I believe. And then I have the 4 seasons of different wines. And I have the cherry blossom trees. I also decided to add orange fruit trees in the actual game itself. And so, like, I'm actually getting really close to having this in the game. The only difference being is that I don't have the obelisks quite yet. No, stop. Okay. And this, in the end, is what I'm hoping to have Vio's farm look like. And again, we kind of already have it. We have the placements for the 2 barns and the 2 coops. We have the placement for both of the sheds, the house, the greenhouse, the silos. The tree farm is working well. We got the bee farm. Obviously, I need to add more of my fruit trees. And then at the very top, again, we have the obelisks. And here you can also see better that those other, like the part that's currently being used for pine, I eventually want to transform it into more places to grow grass. And once I have enough oak resin, I'm going to convert all of the oak trees into maple trees because maple syrup sells really well. And you really only need oak resin to make kegs, and considering that I'm not focusing on wine in this run, only that first shed needs to be filled with wine. After that point, I'm good. So I don't need that much oak resin. So eventually all the oak trees are going to be placed by maple. And since I'm not going to need that many, that one section that currently has oak trees is also going to be converted into more grass. Like, yes. The only reason why that one little section for the pigs is not grass is because it's really hard to find truffles in the grass, guys. It's really hard. But yeah, even though it's still early days for my VO farm, like, she's already coming along really nicely on how I want to have everything laid out. And now if I go back, you'll see what my plan is for Henrik. And yeah, like, see, this is what happens. And I don't know why. It's just slowly increasing down here. And I'm not doing anything. My mouse is just on it. But once my mouse moves, it stops. If there's any tech-savvy people that know the solution, please tell me, because I fucking don't. It's just it's not an issue most of the time, but like, yeah. I've changed mouses. I've reset my computer. I rebound my keyboard. I did a bunch of shit. I don't know what's wrong with it. It just is what it is. Anyway. This is the goal for Henrik, and keep in mind, he's still in year 1 spring, but this is the goal for Henrik, is we're gonna eventually, like, the house is obviously up here right now. I'm gonna have to deal with this. The house is up in the corner where it always starts out. But eventually I think I want to move it up near where the grandfather's where the grandfather's shrine is, and still having a tree farm. We're gonna have the bottom section of a tree farm for the oak and maple, and then up top is gonna be for the mystic trees, until I eventually convert all of the oak into maple, and then that entire section is gonna be maple, and then the top section is all going to be mystic. Obviously, lots of mushrooms like always. The very bottom has the mushroom trees next to the mushroom farm. I mean, the mushroom trees next to the mushroom cave. Another little section for the bee house. A lot of fruit trees. And then we have 2 main sections of farming, which is here and here, with little Junimo houses to collect all of the food eventually. The greenhouse, which is obviously also going to have ancient fruit, more ancient fruit, and this time we're going to have 3 sheds, and they're all going to be for wine. If it gets to the point where I have so much mushrooms that I can't fill up the... Like, I need more, dehydrators, then that one on the far right will eventually be turned into a dehydrator one, but from the start, I'm planning on having 2 wine mills. I have the solar panels up. Before I get solar panels, those are going to be the lightning rods. Obviously, I have the 4 obelisks with chests next to them, because I just think that's easy so that I can grab the things that I need when I teleport, or put things away that I don't need. And a lot of this is just really aesthetic. And then, of course, I have 1 coop and 1 barn with the bluegrass, because I'm doing the Meadowlands farm, which comes with it. So hopefully I'll have an easier time of keeping it growing on the farm. But yeah, so this is what the goal is for Henrik, eventually. And despite my better judgment, I'm going to marry Shane in this run. Alright, so let's bring game capture back. Display capture, go away. Stardew Valley closed on me again. Or maybe I closed out the wrong thing. Either way, it's fine. It's not like we were gonna do the wedding right now anyway. Oh my god, I've never done that before. If I click on the face of the guys, it's loading. It made that weird noise that you guys heard. So, yeah. Hibiki is married to Sam. Basil is married to Elliot. Crystal is going to get married to Sebastian. And Vio married Haley. Sebastian I've married before in my first run, which no longer exists because I deleted it. But Hibiki, like, all of these were my first time marrying people. And I'd never gone with a girl, but I was like, Vio and Haley is cute. Because I've already done Elliot, Sam, and Sebastian, and Henrik is very much a gay man. There's no way I could date any of the women. And I was like, all right, who remains? Harvey, Shane, and Alex. I refuse to date Alex. I refuse to marry Alex because his room is so ugly. It is so ugly. When you have him as a husband, I'm sorry. I hate football. I hate sports ball. I can't do it. I can't. Ugh, his room is so ugly. And, like, Harvey's okay, but Henrik is kind of a rat bastard himself. So, I also did name it Gay Farm. At least I'm trying to be subtle with the Mascara Farm, because, like, obviously that's where the Amazons are from. With Henrik, there was no subtext. There was no subtleness. There was nothing. And you might be wondering, how is it day 9 and I have 1 gold? Well... I could start that BGM. Thankfully, I do already have the first backpack. I managed to also get a forest sword, which is sexy. I am already at level 5 fishing. I fished a lot. As soon as I got the fishing rod, I fished nonstop. And yeah, I haven't really been talking to anyone yet. I did start out with my randomly named chickens. Yeah, we already have quality retaining soil. Sports co-op can be fun. You very much need the right attitude for that, of course. Not that we've done anything sports probably in years, but can be. Yeah, it's just not my thing. Alright, but now I'm gonna take some stuff back. But yeah, I caught a bunch of fish and then waited until I reached level 5 so that I got the increased... What is it? Fish worth 25% more, and then I sold all of my fish all at once, plus any crops that I made up to that point. And in one day, I made over $7,000, and with that money... I bought the backpack, I bought an orange tree, so the orange tree will bloom in the summertime, and fruit trees, like fruit from fruit trees, are liked by everybody in the game, so that's going to be very useful for me to gain friendship points with people whenever their birthday hits. Like, I'm so sad that Lewis is still as low as he is, because I did give him one present for his birthday, but it was only a dandelion, or not a dandelion, a daffodil, because it's all I had at the time. But yeah. What else? Oh, and then I spent the rest of the money on seeds. Mostly potatoes, because potatoes, like, grow very quickly. And I'm not going to spend a single cent because I'm not going to, like, put any money in here until the day before the Easter egg thing so that I could buy a bunch of sunflower seeds. I am not going to spend a single cent until after the Easter egg hunt and I buy a bunch of strawberry seeds. Yes. Those are the words I was trying to say. So that's why a lot of stuff is being kept inside of my chest, even though I could sell them. and why I have 1 gold. Because I'm trying to keep myself poor, so I'm allowed to spend my days either fishing for money or in the mines trying to get as low as I can. I'm trying to make sure that I have the things that I need. Trying to, like, go into the mines and do things there, and then pass out and not have any negative consequences. That's essentially what I've been doing. I'm trying to make sure I have everything that I need. Okay, now to organize it all. Okay. And I am saving the quality water retaining for when I either get a coffee bean or for when I get these strawberries. Yep, there we go. And now I come over here. Store the eggs. Because I don't currently have a mayonnaise machine. Sorry, as soon as the music dies on Stardew, I need more music. And then I refill the water there, because the other closest water is down at the bottom. So it's like, well, I have to check on my chickens every day anyway, so that's just what I do. Yeah. Since you have no money, I provided your medical care free of charge. So if I stay broke, I don't get penalized for passing out. And that's the strat for the very early game. And since I don't actually need to plant anything new, I'm going to put those away again. And now I'm just instantly going to go to the mines. My chickens are taken care of, and yes, your chickens will be a little unhappy with you. The chickens will be a little bit unhappy with you for leaving the coop open, but not enough for me to not still get hearts with them because I make sure to pet them every day, and they have the bluegrass. So for the very early part of the game, I don't mind doing that. I should actually gift him this instead. And getting Linus to like me early on means that I'll get the sashimi recipe. So yes, everything that I am doing in this run is to make money. Okay, and now I store that, store these things. And actually, I want those. Healthcare provided as it should be, free at point of need. Exactly! And yeah, look at me, I already have, like, yeah, I'm already this low in the mines. There we go. Because now, this might not be entertaining for you guys, but this is essentially what we're gonna do. And constantly go back to 45, because what I'm waiting for is to find the dust sprites. There we go. And this is the easiest way to mine for them. Oh, a spotted handkerchief. Nice. Because they have a, I think it's a 1% chance of dropping a coffee bean. It is the, even though it's only 1% chance, it is the best way to potentially get one. So I come here. And if nothing else, they give coal, which is also very useful. And then I constantly put more in there. Go back down. Because coffee is a game changer, not because you want to sell it. Coffee is a game changer because it allows you to start traveling fast. Oh my god, I just made another ladder. I just need to see if there's any little guys over here. And there's not. If there's a ladder, I take it. Oh, it's overrun by monsters. Nice. I've been actually getting a lot of overrun by monsters. Oh yeah, and sometimes they drop a frozen tear, which still isn't the worst thing in the world because frozen tears are well loved by Sebastian. And even if I'm not marrying him in this run, I still obviously want to be his friend. Oh, I gotta sleep on some ideas because I'm killing monsters. And that one's definitely getting put away because it is very nice. Alright, way down has appeared. I should probably eat my leek. Maybe not yet. I still obviously want iron ore, so I will still get it if I can. Doesn't look like there were any monsters. And there's no way down that appeared just from doing that. I'm not gonna try and force it to happen. Now back to 45. Because I'm honestly not trying to go any lower at this current moment in time. Like, if one opens up, I will. But I'm mostly just trying to kill the dust sprites to get the coffee bean. That's why I'm also not even bothering with the slimes. It's like, alright, whatever. Overrun by monsters! I don't know what the chances are of this happening, but it's actually happened to me a lot already in this run. Which is nice. It made it very easy to, defeat 10 slimes so that I can unlock the Adventurers Guild. Because I think we had 2 slime-infested places. Darn, they didn't give me that many dust mites to kill. Dust mites! Only coal. Move that there. And sometimes we go down and there's nothing. I was gonna say, I heard a squeak. Darn. Overrun by monsters! And because I already got the thing where it's like, oh, I have some things to think about, I also don't have to worry about using up too much of my energy. Because if you get that, then you don't have... You're literally the last one. Wow. Nothing. You don't have to worry about being exhausted the next day or having half of your energy because it will refill if you have leveled up one of your skills. And we've already leveled up in our combat. There they are. Is this better than what I have? 18 to 27? Yes, it is. Okay, I need to eat before I die. I don't think I need anything else. I killed all the guys. Oh, wait, there's one more thing. Oh, that's fine. And yeah, I know, you want me. I didn't mean to do that. What do we have here? Yeah! 2, 1, 1, 1. Yep, definitely better. Switch. Honestly, though, yeah, it's higher, but the -4 really does it in, so I'm gonna keep it with that one. there we go. Little guys. Nope. Got lots of coal, though. And yeah, it's essentially just RNG, so it's just go down, look around, kill the dust sprites if there's no dust sprites, rinse and repeat until you hopefully eventually get a coffee bean. Some people who are really crazy will literally reset the entire day. I'm not that hardcore. But most of the time I can get a coffee bean within my first spring. Sometimes I get it first day, but not often. Oh, we got it! We did it, lads! We fucking did it! Oh shit, I'm so used to that being working in my other playthroughs that I forget that it's not. So wait, I actually really don't need these right now. They can be stored there. Oh, I also need to store that. Yeah, okay. So the plan was to pass out, and I still might, but I want to go plant this coffee bean. We did it! We got the coffee bean! My chickens might actually love me. I'm gonna close the thing for them. Shit. My watering can is in that chest. Ah! I'm still gonna pass out outside because I'm gonna try and go back for that. I'm probably not gonna make it in time. Oh no, especially I became overly sluggish. No! I'm not gonna make it. The most I'll be able to do is put things away in my chest. Oh, I won't be able to water it tonight. It is what it is. Trying to plan out what to do for tomorrow. Because I got my one coffee bean, so I'm doing okay. I don't necessarily need that. I still want to save a bunch of money, so we actually might go fishing. But I also need a little bit more wood. So yeah, time to pass out. Trying to get back to my coffee, fuel of gods, and meta-like. Exactly! We did it. We got the coffee bean. It's not gonna grow tonight, even though I planted it because I don't have my watering can. But yep, we leveled up in combat, which means I'm gonna wake up and not be tired. But oh, it's raining! Let's go! There is a god! It's raining, guys! I don't need to get my watering can right away! Oh, thank God. Yes! Yes! It's also raining, which means there's going to be catfish. Oh, but it's also somebody's birthday today. So I should go see him. I don't want to use up the cookies. But at the same time, who knows if I'm gonna find a dandelion. I'll just bring him the cookies. It's fine. It's whatever. But also, it looks like some of my plants are done growing. I think that's all of them. Yep, this time Linus found me. Thank you, brother. Okay. But I'm also gonna want to go up to the mines anyway. I'm not gonna want a chest, though. I don't think. My chickens love me, guys! Actually, let me take the low quality one. In case I need energy. I'm gonna want to go up to the mines for unrelated reasons. There we go. Like I was telling you guys before about how I hear myself sometimes, like we went through that little audio glitch. I don't know if you guys heard the audio glitch, but I did, and when that happens, the sync up that is naturally there goes away, and then there is a longer buffer period between what I say and what I hear. And it's like, no, 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 I cannot hear an actual echo of myself. That will drive me insane. Grab that. But also, grab those. And I might as well grab the Letterman, too. Actually, no. I don't need that stuff right now. Yeah, the best time to fish for money is rainy daffodil. Now I don't have to use the cookies. Oh, what does someone need? Sure, if I can find one. The largemouth bath is in the lake, though, so I might not have one. I walk so slow. I must talk to Shane. Hi. Okay, that might be sound card struggling. If rest of pewter also struggling, might be the power supply or motherboard causing that. Oh, no, no. It literally is a hiccup that happens like once, I don't know, every 2 months. Oh, it's not 9 a.m. yet. My bad. Are you ready? Still not 9 a.m. So I could have sworn I used to have a chest here. Where did I put my fishing chest? Do I not have a fishing chest anymore? This might be a problem. Yeah! I remember that it's his birthday! Okay. So, we'll see how well this goes, considering that I don't have a chest. But I have more space, so I should, in theory, like, there's plenty of spots for fish. And since my coop is closed, I can stay here fishing all day and pass out. No, fuck you, catfish. I'm gonna make so much money on fucking fish. Could still be the cause. Just means it's probably not urgent. Does also make diagnosis harder as less data to go on. I guess it's just never really been a problem. I also totally forgot that I'm not using the furnace. That's why I brought the furnace, so I can multitask. Also, the whole reason why I'm wearing the Fisher's hat is because I needed space in my inventory, and I got it in the mines one day, so it's so funny that you haven't seen Henrik's hair yet. I like to get perfects with my fish, but if I see a treasure chest, I must go to it in case it's an artifact. Someone redeem stretch. I'm stretching. Also, yeah, I'm using the bamboo pole. I made enough money to get the upgraded pole, but I personally figured it was like, well, I could do that, or I could continue with the bamboo pole and not spend that money. And then, as soon as I have the money, immediately upgrade to the iridium pole instead of just to the other pole that allows for bait. No, I forgot. So yes, hello and welcome to Fishing Simulator. What do you guys like better, Fishing Simulator or, Taxi Simulator? No, I lost it at the last second. Well, not lost it, but I didn't get my perfect. Wow. All that for that. Nope, there we go. Catfish. Nope, I'm not gonna get it. Nope, yep. Ugh. I have gotten catfishes before. I just don't always get them. This also might be a catfish. Oh, come on. I've gotten close. Fuck you! Fuck you! I was so close several times. Happy day to you. Hello, depressive night. Hello, hello. Thought this was fishy, not online dating. I want a fucking catfish they sell for so much money. That last one totally bamboozled me, though. Nothing like rain and comfy jazz while you're fishing. I swear I could catch a fucking catfish! Why are they all so mean to me today? Yes! I got one of these bastards, finally! Nice. We love it when I get a perfect. I was about to say, as soon as I go to reach for my drink to take a sip, I'm going to have a cat, or not a catfish, I'm gonna get a pole on my lure, and that's exactly what happened. Before I could even say it, I just was reaching for my drink. Nice. And the more perfects I get, the more experience I get. The sooner I level up in my fishing again. It's probably another smallmouth. Yep. Oh, it's turning into nighttime because that's a bream. Oh yeah, it's 6 o'clock. fish. Yes! They're so hard to get when you're early, but they are so much money. They are such good money. I'm not gonna get this one. It's duping me too much. This fight is so strong. We did it! God, he was duping me. He was duping me. I forgot to put in a new copper before I threw that line, but it is what it is. We only got one more copper to smelt anyway. When I find a catfish, guys, I'm so locked in. I'm sorry that I stopped talking. Oh my god, thank god. We almost didn't get that. That was a fight for our fucking lives. Also, I love how even when you're sluggish, you don't actually get any penalties on fishing. Fun fact. Just to make sure that I have it in my inventory for later when I pass out. Because I will. Yeah, we're gonna pass out. Hopefully we can catch some more fish before we pass out. And we still got 2.5 hours. Sorry, he likes eggs. I needed to, guys. I needed to. The sooner I befriend Shane, the sooner I will get my blue chickens. The sooner I marry him, the sooner I get a star drop. The sooner I marry him, the sooner he will fix the fences for me. It's sad, but it's true, guys. Also, I realized I should have been eating... Shit, I missed it. I should have been eating my algae instead of my bream. But it is what it is. I still got lots of fish. Nice! And I got a perfect at the same time! Let's go! I'm not even gonna have to buy bait once I get my iridium rod. Because I just gotten so many from treasure chests. I might be able to get 1 or 2 more fish. It's like, pop an algae, throw a line. Pop an algae, throw a line. Give me 1 more. Okay, 1 more fish. 20 minutes. Another fish. Would have been nice if it was a catfish, but it is a fish. What's that, 14 small bass? 16! I don't want to waste eating something with, like, no time left. So we're gonna pass out. Yeah! I forgot that we leveled up, so we're not gonna be tired. Marrying him for work rather than love? Didn't think you were European nobility? Watch kettles never boil and all that. No, it's so funny. In my Vio playthrough, I wanted my blue chicken so badly. One of my friends was making fun of me because, like, I was trying to befriend Shane so fast, and Shane is a known alcoholic, so what was I doing? I was feeding him beer. Also, yeah, we leveled up our farming, which means that we have unlocked the mayonnaise machine, which means I can now turn all the eggs into mayonnaise, which will make more money. And I have sprinklers, which I don't know how many I'll be able to make, but it means that I'm not gonna have to water shit as much as I did. Yeah, and we did level up our fishing. I wasn't sure if we did or not because it never told us. Nice. Oh my god, we're doing so well. Open the favorite axe. Okay, that'll be even more money. Okay. But I think that is that for today. The main reason why I had this stream was honestly to talk about the things that we had to talk about, which we did. That is nobility levels of not caring about other people's well-being. It's okay. I'm gonna do better with Henrik because that's why I built that's why I planted the orange tree because like fruit from fruit trees are well liked by everybody. So, yeah. Also, if I remember the recipe right, I think I can make 6. Yeah, I can make 6 of them. 6 times 4 is 6 plus... So that's 24 crops that I don't have to water anymore. That's sexy. That's nice. What was I gonna say? Hey. Hello, Radio Robin. We're actually finishing up. I showed off all of my Stardew Valley farms. Yeah, the main reason why we had this stream was to talk about the rules, which we did. And I got to show you guys all the different Stardew Valley farms and the one that I'm currently working on. And yeah, as you can see, like, I have 1 gold now, but I made a fair amount of money, enough to get the orange tree and to get the backpack. So we're starting off pretty sexy right now. But it is lunchtime for me. I am going to hop off to eat. Plus, we're going to be playing even more Stardew Valley tomorrow. And then I will finally reveal to you all why I am going so crazy as I am with saving money and only spending money on certain things and doing the things that I do. I will show you my insanity. Oh, also, I should take off the hat so you guys can see. This is Henrik. I just had no space, so we just started wearing the hat, even though it looks so ugly on him. Enjoy your food. Thank you, I will. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will pop up the schedule again just real quick, because as a reminder, tomorrow we normally stream in the evening, but because Channy... No, not because of Channy, because of me. I work tomorrow night, so instead... And obviously Channy works during the day, so we can't play Fire Emblem, so we're going to be playing Stardew again tomorrow. Wednesday morning is going to be more Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Friday. Wednesday night is going to be Spiritfarer with Kay because we can't stream on Friday night. Thursday and Sunday are always my days off. Friday morning is going to be Okami. There is no Friday night stream because I'm going to a holiday party. And Saturday is... It might be a Twitch sub stream. It might not be. I don't know yet. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for coming. I hope you guys enjoyed Stardew and that you guys, like, were okay with the updated rules. Like I said, all of it was basically self-explanatory. It was just like, now no one can say, like, oh, they didn't know that was a rule. It's like, it's written down. I'm no longer trusting in common sense. Common sense and common decency, I'm no longer trusting. But for those of you that were here for it, you know, it's all basic stuff that would be for any other streamer. But with all of that said, I hope you guys have a good week. If you guys want to see more Stardew, more of my adventures with Henrik, come by tomorrow. With all that said, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Kitty-kitty-choo! I can't believe I did my old outro. Bye-bye. Oyasumi.